Shalom. In this week's Torah portion, we learn about what it means to be counted. The portion Ki Tisa opens up with a narrative about counting, in which Moshe is commanded to take a census of the Israelite men of military age. And since the ancient ones had a bit of a taboo about counting people, they believed that singling them out would physically endanger their lives, the Torah stipulates that all who are counted shall offer a chatzi shekel, a half shekel, in expiation for their lives. Machasit shekel trumata ladonai. The money has two purposes. Number one, to support the work of the Mishkan, the building of the Mishkan, the tabernacle. And secondly, to effect expiation for each individual, right? So that there wouldn't be a kanahara on them. The beauty of this half shekel is that it's just a half shekel that everyone presumably can offer. There's a leveling of the playing field financially. We're instructed that the rich shall not pay more, and the poor shall not pay less. Half sheel lo yarbeh, ve'hadam lo yamit. The half shekel captures the imagination. What can that half shekel mean for us today? Well, there are a few answers, of course, offered by the classical interpreters. The Midrash Lekech Tov suggests that the half shekel is a way to express gratitude for being alive. Gratitude for being alive. And also, how do you express that gratitude? By giving to those who are less fortunate. Kind of like a classical example of tzedakah. Number two, the passage in the Torah is sometimes cited as a source for collecting the equivalent of a half shekel in local currency, like a $50, which some congregations do on Purim to donate to the poor, for matanot la'evyonim, for gifts to the poor, which is one of the mitzvot of Purim. Now, Shabbat Shekalim, the Sabbath of Shekalim, where we read this passage again closer to Purim, falls in the weeks before Purim to remind us to start collecting money for those who will need matzah on Passover, which occurs only about a month later. Another point, in the early 20th century, the Zionist movement revived the custom of contributing a half shekel to establish membership in the Zionist organization as a way to verify who could be counted upon to support their efforts. I believe that this half shekel can mean even something more for us. First of all, in an expansive reading of the text, the half shekel is incumbent upon every single one of us, not just guys of military age, but all of us, men, women, and children. It's an invitation for all of us as holy members of this community to take ownership and to take nachas in a meaningful relationship with Israel. Ve'asu li mikdash v'shachanti bitocham. Build for me a sanctuary, and I will dwell among them, God says to Moses. Among them means among all of us, among every single one of us. This is a valuable interpretation because in today's day and age, it's easy to sit back. It's easy to take yourself out of the equation. It's easy to say, you know what, other people will do. I don't need to do anything because others will take the place for me. But that's not the case. In traditional Judaism, that half shekel is incumbent upon all of us to find our little but meaningful way to be part of the community, to contribute with funds, with our time, with our effort, with our energy, with our willingness to show up and to participate. That half shekel is speaking to us right now, to say we have buy-in and we have tie-in, we have skin in this game, that all of it matters. The synagogue, the community, Israel, Eretz Yisrael, the war that's going on now, that we have something to say and that we have something we can do and we can be part of it, to be change makers, to be peacemakers, to be Jewish builders of that Mishkan that is within and outside of us. My blessing for us is that we dig deep into our neshamas for that chatzi shekel. And it shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be hard. It should come willingly. It should come lovingly, so that each of us can do our parts. Everyone brings a half, and together we build a whole. May we be blessed to see our efforts come into fruition, to be strengthened with the love and the support of each other in this community, and to build something tremendous for all of us and for generations to come. And let us say, Amen.